Isn't it interesting that Jesus was sent to a group of people who were practicing godliness? Man, they had the how-tos. They had a long time how-tos. But he was sent to them saying, whoa, guys, this isn't the way. And then he would credit his sender. He would say, man, I didn't send myself. I credit my sender. You say you know my dad. Why would he say that to him? They were claiming to be the right ones. They claimed to know it all. But he would be sent to them saying, guys, this isn't the way. He would even go on to say, man, if you lose your salt, guys, how can you get it back? You don't gain salt later. You started with salt is what he's saying. What's he really saying? Guys, you started with the spirit of a child. You were willing to be loved. And if you were still willing, then you would have that spirit right now and you'd be willing to hear what I said. But as it is, you're covered. You're unwilling. But I desire to gather you up. But I tell you the truth, the unwillingness is caused by following a dishonest one. Wow. Because you started salty, man. You were willing to love, willing to be loved, willing to forgive, willing to be forgiven. You were all in. You were willing to ask. You were the spirit of a child, dripping with trust. That this spirit of adult tries to read books later, figuring out, like, oh man, what happened? Exactly. Dishonesty happened. We've lost salt, man, for many of us. How can you get it back? How can you get back to the spirit of a child where you're willing to go back to who you're from? Daddy. Guys, the one who sent Jesus is not books and buildings. He didn't send him to die. He's not the one who's behind the Bible. They're talking about another one who's a liar. The one who is now meets with the spirit of a child and says, that spirit is awesome. And isn't it though? And we all started that way, baby. So guess how we get back? The narrow door. Wow. Not books and buildings, guys. The narrow door is where? Here in your spirit. Spirit of a child, guys, where you are willing to receive as much love as one has ever been able to give to you. And I introduce you to Daddy.